taking?
I'm going to take my first quarter exam in English literature.
What are the books you're reading for English literature?
We read the Auto of the Silver Hand and Auto of the Silver Hand and Shakespeare. Oh, I mean Hamlet by Shakespeare.
Okay, first question. Describe the differences between these two places. First, the castle of Drachenhausen and the Saint Michael Virtue. Again, you will just discuss the differences between the two.
Okay, so the Drachenhausen is a very big place, and it has walls, and it is said that it's like it always has the color black, and then it's so gloomy, and people there always loves to steal, and they steal, and every day when there's merchant they steal. The baron there steals the goods and whatever, and it is always noisy in there, and there is always bloodshed, fight, and in the St. Michaelsburg, it is just so white. It is peaceful. No sounds of carriages came, not like the Drachenhausen. There is no stealing, there's only peace, there's air, and not the sound of gunshots, and it is so white and clean, and there's trees, but in the Drachenhausen there is no, and then there's and also the people that live in Drachenhausen are very scary people, and some the poor people, and but in Drachenhausen, but in St. Michaelsburg, the people are just monks and some priests, and then peaceful life. No bloodshed even comes, and then that's all.
Next. Okay, tell me what do you know about, what can you share to us, and what do you know about these people, okay? First, Baron Conrad.
Oh, Baron Conrad is the king, or the leader of the Drachenhausen, and he is the father of our male lead in the story of Otto, and also he is very strong, and he likes stealing. That is his work, and also he lives in Drachenhausen, and he's not very kind, but only his wife could make him kind and soft, and that's all.
How about One-Eyed Hans?
One-Eyed Hans is the servant of One-Eyed Hans is the servant of Baron Conrad. He is his greatest fighter, and he only has one eye, and people are very scared to him, and also he very follows his master deeply, and that's all.
How about Baroness Matilda?
Baroness Matilda is the mother and wife of Baron Conrad and Otto, Otto is the son, and Baron Conrad is her husband. And Baroness Matilda is very. They say she has blonde hair and blue eyes, and 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 she's very very kind, and she is the one who tells her husband to stop all the stealing, and she's the one who can make Baron Conrad soft, and she's the only one. I mean, she's the only one who could make him kind, and that's all.
Okay. How about Ursula?
Ursula is the nurse of Matilda, and old Ursula is the one who was there for Matilda even when she died, I don't think, I think she is the one who helped, what do you call this, who helped Matilda to bear Otto, and she's also the one who told Baron Conrad what name she wanted for the child, and when Matilda died, Ursula became the nurse of Otto, and when Otto came to the Drachenhausen, and she always tells stories to Otto, and that's all.
Okay. Next. What do you think will happen if Baron Conrad have listened to the plea of the Baroness? What do you think will happen only if Baron Conrad have listened to the plea of the Baroness?
Okay, so I think when there was a time when the bell struck, he stood, and then he will sit again, and then Matilda will be very very happy, but Baron is very very mad, and then she will say, "Oh dear, don't be sad," she said, "at least I am happy, you will make me happy," like that, and then after that, the Baron Conrad will know the joy of spending time with his Matilda, and then Matilda wouldn't have to die when nagpanganak niya si Otto, and then I think after weeks there, Matilda will grow ill, and then she will die, and then there Baron Conrad will take care of Otto, and Otto wouldn't have to go to, and then after that, when Otto is big, he will say, "You are going to St. Michaelsburg," and then after when he fights Baron Conrad, the Baron Henry, he will go back to Otto, and then after that they live happily ever after. That's all.
Okay. Next. Would you approve the way people of Baron Conrad did for a living? Would you approve or the way to make earnings? Would you approve it? The people of Baron Conrad.
No,
Why?
because stealing is bad, and he is a king, so he shouldn't be the one who was doing bad, and kings should be good, and stealing is not a good kind of work, and he could do others, like he could do law, he could do some taxes so that money will come to him, so that so that he doesn't have to steal, and stealing is not nice. Stealing was never nice, and then that's all.
Okay. Next. Can you please tell us how was Otto raised at St. Michael's Road? So how Otto was raised in St. Michael's Road?
Otto will, of course, he will have breakfast, and and then he will, after that, he will have his lessons with a priest, and with a brother, I think it's named Brother Samuel, I don't know. And then he will have his studies, and then after the studies, he will eat lunch again, and sometimes he'll do the chores, and then it's either he will go to old Otto or to brother John to talk to him. They will go in the trees, they will talk, or in the bell where they would talk. Or when he goes to old Otto, he would read some books. Old Otto would borrow him some of his books that came from chest, and that chest is very dusty, and inside it were books with jeweled covers, and he would read the pages. He would read the pages and look at the marvelous pages. He would always look at baby Jesus with Mary on with Mary and Mary I mean Jesus on Mary's hand, and Joseph and 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 in the manger, and then that's all.
Mhm. Next. Being held as a captive and prisoned. What do you think Otto was feeling and going through? Being held as a captive and prisoned. What do you think Otto was feeling and going through?
Oh, I think those days that when 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 Pauline was not yet going to his cell, he is so he is so weary, and he's so sad because he's sick, and then he feels so sickly. And of course, when you feel so sickly, you feel so weak, like you don't want to wake up, and then he's just lying, and of course, as a child, you will cry because you're feeling lonely. That is what he's feeling. But when Pauline came, I think he's a little bit not lonely, but of course, he will feel so sickly, and even yourself, you will feel so sad if you were held captive, and you can't do anything but just stay there in one room all day, and like you want to get out, and then that's all.
That's my next question. What if it happened to you?
Oh, I think I will just sit and look at the wall, and then and then and then I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to lie down and sleep all day, and then pray, and then look outside on the little small. Maybe I will look at there for hours because I cannot do anything, and then if the bed will be moved, I will move the bed everywhere so that I could do anything. And then in the door, if the door has a little bit hole, I will check on the hole, and if I'm tall enough to see, and then I will check what's happening on the outside, and then sometimes if there's a rock, I will draw on the wall, and whatever, and then that's all.
How will you feel about it?
I think I will be very, very sad if I was left alone. And then I will say, I wish like that. I wish, and then I will be always crying, and then that's all.
Okay, next we will go to Hamlet by Shakespeare. Okay. How did the story begin? Please retell us. So how did the story begin? Please retell us.
Okay, so Bernardo and I retell. Okay, so Bernardo and Francisco was talking. They were in a room, and then they said, "Now, has our friends come?" And then Francisco said, "Nay, not yet." And then Bernardo said, "Pray, you are sick. You must have sleep." And then Francisco said, "Yes, I will." And then Bernardo said, and then he said, "We shall talk about it." And then Francisco said, "Yes, we shall talk about it with our friends." And then there, Horatio, and then Bernardo said, "Wait, I think I can hear something." And Horatio and Marcellus came inside their room, and then they said, "Good evening, fellows," said Horatio, and Marcellus, "Hey, it is you, our friends." And then Francisco said, "Pray, I must go to sleep. I just waited for you," he said. And then Horatio said, "Yes, you may sleep," said Horatio. And then Marcel said, "Goodbye, farewell. May you have a good night rest." And then also Francisco said that Bernardo will take my place, and he will tell everything about it in the morning, for it was 12 noon. And then that's all, because that's how the story started.
Okay, good. Why do you think there was a ghost in the palace again? And who could it be?
Why do I think?
Yeah, why do you think there was a ghost in the palace?
I
Who could it be?
think
Based on the story.
please tell the story.
Based on the story.
Oh, I think like them, it is the king. And I think that I think he's there to tell something to them. And then like to tell something to them, like Horatio said, that about the 14 bra, but I don't think it's about the 14 bras. And then I think it's because of someone who killed him. And then and I think also he is there because of something about Claude, because I think Claude is a little bit suspicious, like that. Suspicious, and then also that's all.
Okay. What is the request of the new king of Denmark and his queen to Hamlet? What is the request of the new king of Denmark and his queen to Hamlet? And why was the request needed?
The request to Hamlet?
Yeah, we have a request to Hamlet, right? The king of Denmark and his queen.
Yes.
What was it? Do you still remember it?
Yes.
Can you tell us about it? And why do you think they requested for it?
It was when they were in a meeting. King Claude and Queen Gertrude asked Hamlet why was he feeling sad, and Hamlet said that he was feeling sad about his father's death. It's because it's kind of suspicious, like it was done by an enemy, not by his father himself, like that. And then after that, King Claude and Queen Gertrude asked Hamlet that do not go to the school of Wittenberg. For Hamlet is going to learn in the school of Wittenberg. In He was going to learn in Wittenberg. So King Claude asked, and Queen Gertrude told him to please don't go there. Just stay here with us. And then I think so their request was for Hamlet not to depart to Wittenberg to learn. And I think
What's the reason? I think they requested for it.
I think because King Claude is going to do something to Wittenberg, like he's going to sabotage it or whatever. And the second thing is that I think they want to spy on Hamlet, and they want to see what he's going to do. I think they because I think that they have a secret that they don't want to tell to Hamlet, and they think that Hamlet will know that secret. And so that's why they're going to keep an eye on Hamlet and request his presence so that he won't investigate about it. And then that's all.